Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Sleep Mechanics series and strategy talks. In this episode, I'm going over a very interesting topic that took me a lot longer to answer than I thought it would be. This isn't anytime that I have to do anything with the topic of dream shards in particular. I find that it's way more complicated than I think it would ever be. Thought this would be an easy answer, quick in and out, 5 minutes. Quick little, oh, that's the answer. I'll make a little video about it, but no. I actually spent quite a bit of my morning working on this, so I want to get right into that, and that is the concept of to split or not to split. The question for the holidays. So, with the holiday event right here, now I know this is a touch late because technically the holiday event has started. In fact, some of you may have even started your first sleep session of the holiday event, but I hope this video can be useful outside of the holiday event. Now, as for all the calculations that I do in this holiday event, or in this video, it'll be based off of the pseudo-balanced sleep of the holiday event at Greengrass, and I decided to use a slumbering sleep style. But know that I ran some other calculations with dozing, balanced, snoozing, and the results came out the same. The numbers looked different, but that's just where I got these ones with some slumbering sleep style just as a standard. But the conclusions look the same across all sleep styles, despite them having different numbers. Anyway, so splitting sleep sessions. What is it? So splitting sleep sessions really is just when you have a main session and a nap. And there's often been a question of like, is it worthwhile to split sleep sessions? Should we? What are the benefits and costs? And do we gain more dream shards or do we get less by splitting our sleep sessions? And I really wanted to dive into that. So, first question: should I split for the holiday event? Yes, probably. After running lots of these numbers, you can see here, I've put some of the numbers on the screen. It's pretty much always higher dream shard output if you split sleep sessions. So first I did a little comparison of 100% sleep sessions, that's what these numbers here are, and 50% sleep sessions, so like 50-50 splits, just to see how the outcomes compare. I did it for like 24,000 and 96,000, so getting real nitty gritty on the lower end. As you can see down here, the higher end. So basically the second column is how many dream shards you're expected to get from your 2 sleep sessions if you split the sleep sessions. The first column, the middle column is the full sleep session, single full sleep session, and then the first column is your Snorlax strength. So, as you can see here, at literally all tiers of play, like super early game, little bit later on of what you could be getting throughout the course of a day, and late game, all these numbers check out in a way that the 50-50 splits just do better than the 100% split. So, it's probably the best idea to split your sleep sessions in most circumstances if you're looking for dream shards. And this pretty much pulled over equivalently for research XP for the most part. There were some minor differences, but I'm not going into that for this video. I'm just going to dream shards since that's what's boosted during the holiday event. Anyway, so if you want more dream shards, yes, split your sleep sessions. It almost always results in more dream shards. When do we split? So, basically, this is more of a question of when do you do your sleep sessions, and that really is just do it as late in the day as possible. If you, I know that it's unhealthy to wake up in the middle of the night and your sleep session, collect your Pokemon, and then go back to bed, setting it again. So that's not something that I advise to do for your health's sake, but the later in your day that you do your sleep sessions, the better they're going to be, because it maximizes the drowsy power on Snorlax for the rarest possible spawns. So, it's best you can do those sessions later in the day rather than trying to evenly space them out, overall. Next, what proportions should we be splitting by? Now, my face is kind of blocking here. Oh, whoops. Sorry about that. My face is kind of blocking here the numbers, so I'm going to move myself over there. As you can see, for this event, I say if you're below 400,000 Snorlax strength, it's best to have an imbalanced split, because really you're only gaining more Snorlax strength by just gaining 3 extra spawns. That's guaranteed by the secondary sleep session, the weaker one. As you can see here, when comparing across 50-50... Oh, whoops. When comparing across 50-50 splits to 75-25 and 83-17 splits, you can see that early on, like 130,000 for the most part, the the split sessions that have like 8317 do a lot better than the 5050 does, because you're just not getting as many spawns on those bigger ones. So you can maximize the odds of getting, say, 5 spawns in one and 3 spawns in the other, versus getting maybe 4 and 4, but of less rare styles, so you're getting less dream shards. So if you're below about 400,000k is where I found the tip off to be. Once you hit about 400k, that's where it tips to where a 50-50 is going to be better. And as you can see later on, it's not as significant around 400k. You could go with either approach just fine, but you can see that it starts to get more significant, and when you get to the really high Snorlax strengths, you can see that it's actually pretty significantly better. Like, there's a pretty significant difference here between 8317 and 50-50. So, this is a continuation. I ran a simulation that in Rain on X that took my computer's processing power for like an hour and a half, actually, to figure out the best split at each one of these levels that are shown on screen. And as you can see, there's actually a weird quirk here. I don't know why 160,000 came up with 0-100. I guess there are some circumstances, really niche circumstances, where it can be better. But overall, it's generally going to be better to split for more Dream Shards. But as you can see here, like around the middle areas, it's generally best to just do 50-50. And then later, it's interesting, it's coming back more to like a 40-60 split. So, I'd say like anywhere from 40-60 to 60-40 is where it's going to be best. Anywhere in there, the differences are going to be pretty minor. But if you're getting within that zone, that Goldilocks zone, you're probably getting near what the best possible is. So, yeah. Now, what if you're using Luck Incense? So, let's say you have one Luck Incense, you want to use it. Should you use it for that 100% sleep style? Just force 100% sleep style so that you can double as much as you possibly can. And my answer to you is, you should still be splitting it, even if you're getting less usage out of the Luck Incense. There's a little bit of a waste fallacy, I nicknamed it here. I don't know if it's an actual fallacy, but I'm nicknaming it waste fallacy for the purposes of this video. So, even on a 50-50 split, doubling just one of them, the sleep sessions, results in higher overall Dream Shard output than doubling the single 100% sleep style. So, if you're like, oh, I'm using my Luck Incense, I want to make sure it's a 100% sleep style, because that's going to get the most usage out of my Luck Incense. Yeah, you're going to be getting the most usage out of your Luck Incense. But alternatively, you could have done 2 sleep sessions, gotten a little bit less out of that Luck Incense, but gotten the additional sleep session for free, basically. And that cost, the value gained by the excess on the excess sleep session actually overcomes the extra value gained on the Luck Incense. So, my other big tip for it is make sure you target as imbalanced of sleep sessions as possible. Because as you can see here, the 8317 actually does better in this circumstance, because the idea is you're using the Luck Incense on the 83 and not on the 17. So this is kind of what I would suggest. Sleep for 90 minutes. Get the little bit of bonus Dream Shards, because it will do you better. But then use a Luck Incense on the big one, and that does output more Dream Shards than a 50-50 split with a Luck Incense on either of them. And it does way better, significantly better, than a single 100% sleep session where you're using the Luck Incense. So, and if you're always using Luck Incense, then just, I guess, don't care about this slide, because the conclusions are going to be all the same as the previous slides. 50-50s will do you best for the most part, or 40-60s. Now, what about with legendary incenses? Now, this is the one circumstance where I suggest 100% instead of, like, splitting, because realistically, if you're using a legendary incense, the goal is to get that 3-star style. And the 3-star style is way more valuable than the 2-star and the 3-star, or the 2-star and the 1-star. Like, tripled the 3-star style is like only about like 7,000 Dream Shards more than just the 3-star on its own. So you really want to be maximizing the odds of getting that 3-star, and that's going to go up as you increase the drowsy power. Now, I don't have, this is just theory, because I don't have the numbers on this one, but there isn't really a tool on calculating the percent chance of seeing a certain style off of an incense. So this one may be a little bit wrong, and I'll admit to that. If there's ever a tool that's invented that can help calculate the odds of seeing a certain style when using an incense, or if that's already in the Randox calculator and I just didn't know where to find it, then please let me know in the comments so I can actually come back to this question and answer it a bit more precisely, getting an exact thing. But my theory, my theory is trying to maximize the odds of that 3-star style using as high of drowsy power as possible. So then, if dream shards are increased and spawns are increased by splitting, because you're getting 2 sleep sessions, so obviously the amount of spawns you're getting are increased, then why wouldn't we split sessions all the time? And the real big reason why is because of rarity. You're going to be stunting yourself for how many new sleep styles you're getting. Additionally, if you're hunting more rare Pokemon, getting 2 weaker sleep sessions is only going to really help you increase the amount of less rare Pokemon that you're encountering. That could be pre-evolutions, and that could be a very good thing. But that's really the biggest reason for it. Or it's just easier to do 100%. The other big reason why might be energy. If there might be some problems with energy recovery. Sometimes actually splitting sleep sessions is better for energy if you know what you're doing with it, but it's a lot more difficult to manage. So, yeah. If you know how energy works, then you kind of know what I'm saying with that. If you have energy for every one Pokemon, then it's a lot easier to manage the energy. It doesn't really matter as much. But 2 50s are only going to bring your Pokemon back to 50% energy. You'll actually have less productivity, which harms everything. So there are things to consider there if you are struggling for energy. Or if you're hunting a more rare Pokemon, say Pawmi, in this situation, it's got a decently high drowsy power requirement, so maybe splitting the sleep session isn't the best idea. Now, what are other ways to maximize the Dream Shards for the event? The biggest ways are through Dream Shard Magnet, Pokemon, Skill Specialists. Normally, they're not really advisable to use, but in this circumstance, I think they're boosted enough that it actually is justifiable. And then the other way is through Dream Shard Bonus, the sub-skill. You can always swap it on the team when you're just sleeping. And one interesting thing is that if you have a Go++, you can actually just swap the team before syncing to your Go++ to gain the bonuses from having Dream Shard bonus without actually sleeping with the Pokemon and letting it produce overnight. Now, if you do that, be warned that your Pokemon don't get their energy back, so you want to have a good energy for everyone Pokemon if you're doing this. But overall, it's a possible tactic to maximize the amount of Dream Shards that you gain during this event. So, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. If you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I like to make a lot of content similar to this. Just talking through strategy, talking through the math behind the game, try to figure out what's the best to min-max, and yeah. So, yeah, be sure to follow the channel. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope that you have a wonderful day and a wonderful happy holiday week. Bye-bye now.